Hey y'all, coming to you guys today. Gonna do a little review on actually a new knitting instructor that I got, that I came in contact with. Anyway, last year I started knitting. Went on YouTube, saw some videos about hand knitting or arm knitting, whatever, what have you, with the big giant super bulky yarn. Made a few blankets, really enjoyed it. It was really easy. Then I got this idea of doing a special project for someone, and so I went looking around, couldn't find the yarn that I wanted in the big stores. Did come across a locally owned shop here in town, and went to check it out. Was blown away, completely blown away by all the different types of yarns, and just different types, and the colors, and the just it was mind-blowing. And then of course, with all these different types of yarn that they do have crafters that make pieces, different all kinds of different things with these different types of yarns. And so walking in there, I went in with the idea to look for yarn for a blanket, a special blanket for someone in particular, and seeing the pieces that the ladies have done in there, I saw them, and the craftsmanship that went into these different pieces. And there were all kinds of things. There was hats, gloves, scarves, mittens, socks, blankets, shawls, sweater. I mean, it was just everything that you could imagine. And I know, of course, somebody has to know how to make this before you can make a machine that could copy this. But I'm so used to walking into a big chain store, like at the mall or whatever, what have you, and seeing a sweater in 10 different colors, and know that, okay, well, that's mass produced, it's on a machine. So yeah, I mean, if they're gonna put it out there like that, it's gotta look half decent. But seeing the craftsmanship and the quality in all these pieces that these local ladies have made, I was just like, I want to do that. I want to do it all. I don't want to know how to just make blankets or just make hats. I want to know how to make blankets and scarves and shawls and sweaters and socks, and I want to know how to do it all. The problem was finding a teacher. Now, the lady at the store, she was very nice. She had all kinds of tips, and she had all kinds of advice on what kind of yarn I should use, and very nice, very pleasant. You could tell she was a wealth of information, and obviously, when she pointed out some of the things she had made, obviously she's been doing this a while. When I approached the subject of teaching, immediate change in energy. And I get it. Looking back now, I get it. I can understand. You have somebody that's been doing something for decades, and then you have someone like me who comes in and, oh, can you teach me? I'm sure she's had many people come in over the years, or come in contact with her wherever she is, and probably ask about teaching. And then, you teach somebody something, you put your time and energy into teaching someone something, and then all of a sudden, they're not into the fad anymore. And so then they drop off, and you never see them again, and you've wasted your time. Nobody wants to waste their time. That being said, for someone like me coming into this, you need, at least I find that I need somebody who has the energy and the drive to teach, or the passion and the drive to teach, to match my energy to want to learn. And I can't, my motivation is not going to stay high if my teacher's isn't high. So, I mean, I get where I can understand her response. By the same token, I hope that, my teacher can understand what I'm bringing to the table. And so I have yet to find someone, up until a couple of weeks ago, I had yet to find someone that could approach teaching me with the same energy and drive that I had to learn. And then enter stage left, Mr. Willie Smith of WillieNillieKnits. I first came across him on a website called DGY, Darn Good Yarn. And from there, checked out his Instagram and his Facebook. And from the very beginning, even before I contacted him, he just seemed like someone that was just really chill. I remember seeing a little snippet of a video he had on one of his posts, and I was just like, this brother's just out here handling his business. He has the knowledge, and he is more than willing to share it, and he's ready, and he's excited, and that's what I wanted. And so I contacted him, and he's in the Midwest somewhere. I forget right now. Please forgive me. But he is in the Midwest somewhere, and I was like, okay. I did have my doubts, I'm going to be honest, because I was like, how's he going to teach me how to knit over the internet, or, how is this going to happen? But, I contacted him, I took a chance, we, messaged back and forth a little bit, and what I really appreciated was, one, his energy. His energy is like through the roof. He is just like ready. He's just like, yep, you want to learn, I want to teach, we can do this. And then he was very good about meeting me where I am. What kind of needles do you have? Do you have any needles? Do you have any yarn? What kind of yarn do you have? What do you want to do? Are you looking to, just make hats, or what do you want to do? And where are you starting out on the knowledge base? All of that. I mean, he covered all of that. And he met me where I was. Whereas some instructors I've had, it's not like I've had a ton. I've only had a couple other people attempt to show me knitting, and it just didn't quite work out for the previously mentioned reasons. But he met me where I was at, and that I truly appreciated. The hardest thing I had with this whole session of learning, I've only had one, but the hardest thing about it was trying to figure out how I was going to position my phone so that he could watch my hands as I was doing it, so that he could then walk me through any issues that I was having. And that I really, really appreciated. He also took into consideration that I am very left-handed. I'm a left-handed person in a right-handed world, so I can adjust, but I'm very left-handed. It takes me more to, reroute my brain to try to do it right-handed. So he changed his steps to accommodate me being left-handed, which I truly appreciate. Never did I ever feel stupid or inadequate. And that is one thing that I really love about him, is just that he's just so chill and laid back. And he's just like, I know how to get you where you want to be. There's nothing that anybody out there is doing knitting that you can't learn. There's nothing. So you just tell me what you want to know, and I'll help you get you where you want to be. And that I truly appreciated. During the whole hour-long session, it was like two friends chit-chatting. It wasn't like an instructor-student dynamic. It was just like two friends chit-chatting and just laid back, 100% real. And I loved every moment of it. And I'm just getting my practicing down. Practicing my casting on and my knit stitch, so that I can progress to the next step. But I'm very excited. And if anybody out there is looking for an instructor, this is the man you need to see. Check him out on Instagram. Check him out on Facebook. Willie Smith at WillieNillieKnits. And as he likes to say, we out here.